Hey everybody, it's Bob Thomas from SnoringMouthpieceGuide.com. Today I have the original Snoremender and the Snoremender PS, and the PS stands for pressure shift. This is the original Snoremender. It's been out for quite a while now. This is the Snoremender PS, and this has only been out for about a month now, so it's a relatively new product. I'm going to compare the two, then I'm going to try them both out, and after trying them for a week, I'm going to give you my recommendation. Let's start by comparing the overall thickness of the two devices. This is the original, and you can see the walls are a bit thinner, and this means that the edges are somewhat sharp compared to the newer model where the material is a bit thicker and the edges are more blunt. The newer model is thicker, there's more resistance as far as opening and closing, with the original is thinner and there's less resistance. One improved feature that you'll notice with the new Snoremender PS is the fact that it has these posts on the lower and upper trays, and what this does is it prevents the mouthpiece from closing all the way, so you can have airflow through the mouthpiece. Compare this to the older design. This has no post on the surface, so you're able to close it all the way, and you really want just a little bit of airspace like that so you can breathe through your mouth at night. With the original it doesn't provide this, but the new improved model it does. You'll notice a difference in the overall design when you compare the two. With the original, the walls are pretty much consistent as far as the thickness all the way around from front to back. With the newer design, it's a bit thicker in the rear and it gets thinner towards the front, and this more closely fits around the contour of your teeth. There's also a bit less material used in the newer product. Some unnecessary parts were actually removed. Perhaps one of the most notable design changes has to do with the lower tray. This is the original, and what happens is with the original, most of the pressure is going to be on the lower tray, is going to be right here in the very front of the device on these lower front teeth, and it also pushes against the upper portion of the lower teeth. With the newer design, it was reshaped and the pressure actually goes off to the sides here on these teeth, and also it pushes on the lower portion of teeth, so that's an improvement as far as where the pressure is applied. As you can see, there's a bit of difference between the original model and the newer PS model. I'm going to try both of these out for a week, alternate between each model, and then come back at the end of the week and let you know what I think about them.
Okay everyone, I'm back, and I've tried both of these devices now for a week, and I'm going to let you know what I think about them. Let me start off by first saying that both of them, they do in fact stop your snoring, so they both worked, didn't have any issues as far as snoring. There's a few things that I like about each one, and there's a couple things I didn't like about each one, so let's go ahead and jump in. Let me tell you what about my experience. Let me start by talking about the PS model. This is the newer model, and first thing I noticed when I initially put it inside my mouth was that this bottom portion, it liked to pop off of my bottom teeth. So I was reading in the instructions, and basically all I had to do was heat up some water to I believe it was 158 degrees, and then you want to dip just the lower portion into the water. Actually, I poured it into a coffee mug, and then just held it over the edge and held it there for about a minute and a half, and then after a minute and a half I took it out and then put it back in my mouth. And then what it did was it actually flattened out this lower portion here. It used to stand a bit more straight up, but it kind of flattened it down. So that helped it fit. It stopped popping out after that. So that took care of that problem. With the original, I didn't actually have to do any modifications to it, except for I took a nail file and I filed these edges a bit around here to make them a little bit smoother, because they are kind of on the sharp side. They irritated my gums when I initially put it in, but after filing it down, that helped out quite a bit. So they both did in fact work. The PS, it fit much better. I really like the fit of this device compared to the original. Just seemed to fit a lot better overall. With the original, it worked. It just wasn't quite the same as the PS model. So there's a couple of things I really liked about it, a couple of things I didn't like about it. As far as which product, if either one, would I recommend? I would recommend either one of them actually. Um, I really favor the newer model, the PS, but as I mentioned, the original Snoremender, that works also. So either one I would recommend. They both work fantastic. They both stop your snoring. The PS model is definitely more comfortable than the original model, and for that reason, I like it better. So that's my review on the Snoremenders, and for more information, you can visit my website at snoringmouthpieceguide.com. Thanks for watching.